Hey guys, what is going on? This is Zip of RageQuitTV. Got another game between WhiteRa and Liquid TLO. TLO spawns as the red Zerg in the 3 o'clock position. WhiteRa is the blue Protoss in the 6 o'clock position. Hopefully this game is better than the last one I casted, as the last one was kind of like a mono battle between carriers and hydras. And, well, carriers actually proved to be pretty darn good against hydras. But this is an entirely different game. It's still the same series. This is part of the Play Him BO11 show match. And the map is GSL Terminus SC. And, well, this is slightly a Zerg favored map out of the past 300 tournament games. Zerg has a 56% win rate on this map. However, WhiteRa and TLO both don't play normal, so those statistics may just be completely worthless. We'll see exactly what TLO and WhiteRa end up doing. WhiteRa going to be going for a Forge Fast Command because, well, it's just WhiteRa. Why wouldn't he? He goes Forge Fast Expand almost every single game and immediately scouts after that pylon. However, the probe is going in the wrong direction, so he'll scout TLO pretty much last. And we'll see what timing he does throw down the Forge, as that is bound to be coming. TLO, when is he going to throw down the pool? He is at 14 supply right now, not going to be doing a 12 pool. And is he going to go hatch first? It looks like he will be. And definitely going to be going hatch first. There goes the drone, and this is definitely very risky because WhiteRa, he is going to be going for a Forge Fast Expand. Luckily for TLO, WhiteRa will scout him last, so he may be able to get away with this. If WhiteRa scouted him second, he would be in so much trouble. Definitely a risky build, but it looks like it will be paying off. And we'll see when TLO ends up getting his pool, as he has not gotten a pool just yet. It looks like he will be getting that at 15 supply. And now the question is, when will he be getting his gas? Is he going to favor just getting a lot of drones, using a few spine callers to defend early on, because he only has this one choke to really worry about? This is a version of the map where destructible rocks are not here. So early game, he can defend this with spine callers, queens, and a few lings. But his drone is now going out to scout. We'll be seeing the probe enter his base, and now WhiteRa will be knowing TLO did go for a hatch first. However, WhiteRa ends up throwing a Nexus right after this Forge, and we are going to be seeing what he ends up doing next. Since his probe does come in here, scouts the hatch first, he is going to be throwing down a gateway most likely. He knows since the pool is still being built, he does not need to build a cannon. And there we go, the gateway is also built, and I think another gateway would wall this off, so you don't really absolutely need cannons. Getting a gateway after the Forge does decrease the time your warp gates takes to finish by 30 seconds. Generally, when you go for a Forge Fast Expand, you go for a Forge Nexus cannon, or some variant of that. You get a cannon before the gateway. That makes your warp gates finish right around 8:30. Doing it this way, going for the Forge, then the Nexus, I guess, then the gateway, your warp gates will finish around the 8-minute mark, and that is definitely good for TLO to know. Has he scouted that just yet? Yes, he knows it's the gateway before the Forge, so he knows WhiteRa will be putting on pressure just after 8 minutes. And that means he can drone up safely until around, well, 7:30, 7:45. He's got to start building units. We'll see when he switches over to those units, because he is getting a dangerous third hatch, which has WhiteRa scouted. Yes, he has. He knows all about this. He's going to stay away from this area, try to keep his probe out of a normal scouting range by putting it up here. There's no reason for TLO to go up here. There is reason for him to go on these watchtowers. And also the probe could put a pylon up here. They could just whoop in zealots down here. This is definitely going to be very risky for TLO. I don't know why he decided to take this third hatch. I guess because there's destructible rocks at this one. So, well, if he wants to go on a fast third base, this is the one he has to go for. He could go for this, but it's a little bit too close for the Protoss base to be comfortable. The Cybernet Escort is going to be finishing at 5:47. And the Warp Gates research has started. WhiteRa is going to be chrono boosting that, going on his Nexus energy. He has enough for 2 chrono boosts pretty much. Once this chrono boost finishes, he gets another one on, then his natural will have the energy. The Overlord does come in, sees, I think, the Zealot taking out those rocks. I'm not 100% positive. The Overlord's going to come back here, and he should be popping up to look at this Nexus to see if it's chrono boosted, but TLO favoring to not do that for one reason or another. And this one ling does find the probe. WhiteRa's plans have been foiled. I am very shocked that TLO actually went up there to find the probe out. Maybe an Overlord saw it, I don't exactly know. TLO has started ling speed at about around 6:40, and that means it will be finished, I think, See if I can do the math really fast. 8:20. So it looks like that is time to go just after WhiteRa is gonna be hitting. These Zealots are taking out the rocks, and WhiteRa getting a lot of Zealots out right now. This is definitely uncommon. He is only... Okay, he's going up on 5 gates right now. He is getting +1, and that's actually 4 gates. This one was still selected, so yeah, 4 gates. But WhiteRa's been getting a lot of Zealots out, and this Overlord does see this. So TLO, I think, should have thrown down a Roach one. There it goes. So yes, he is getting a Roach one since he sees all of these Zealots. Now the Ling sees this pylon. The pylon is going to be completing right around the 8-minute mark, which is when I said Warp Gates would be finishing because of the way WhiteRa went about that opener. And all the gateways pretty much finishing around the same time. This one lagging behind just a little bit, but that is not big at all. TLO comes to try to take out this one pylon, but a lot of Zealots do whoop in. He is building 10 more Lings right now. That speed is going to be finished in 10 seconds, so around 8:35 the speed does finish. TLO is going to be getting a Spore Caller plus this Extractor. He is not scared of these Zealots one bit, but he should be. That is an awful lot of Zealots to hold off with just Lings. 6 Zealots. And also, the +1 has finished on these Zealots, so they 2-shot Lings instead of 3-shotting them, which is absolutely huge. TLO needs to keep his Queen alive, pull it back, try to stop his Zealots from getting a surround on anything. And the Zealots are coming in, try to take out this one Spine Caller. The Lings going in, now they go back. TLO trying to keep his Lings alive. 1 Zealot does fall, 2, 3 Zealots do fall, but there's too many Zealots here. They're just cleaning up these Lings, and now the drones are definitely in trouble. And he's fighting them. More Zealots do come in, and WhiteRa throwing the TT. I don't know exactly why. Maybe the Overlord scouted, or he is just mimicking TLO. He did kill 3 workers. So he didn't kill that many, and the Queen does live. TLO still has a few Lings that will be going down. A Zealot did fall. But the key thing is TLO did not lose any drones, really. And, ooh, that is off cue, so he has to cancel. Take a 75 mineral loss right there. Not the biggest deal. Going to the worker count, it is 61 drones to 54 probes. But TLO got a few injects on this hatch, got drones out, so it was bad losing this on the Zealots. Just brutalized that one Roach. And now they're taking out the Larva. So it was bad for TLO to lose that, but he still, got the Larva, and he kept those drones alive. So it's not as bad as it does look losing that one hatch. And this one Roach not being microed back, and that does go down to these Zealots. All the Zealots are very low in life. The Roach is trying the best to micro. And WhiteRa microing his injured Zealot away, keeping that one alive. TLO could kill this one Zealot off. He is just waiting for more Roaches. And now he will easily be able to pick off all 4 of these Zealots. But he loses one Roach. A bit of a miss micro there for TLO. And TLO is getting Roach speed. That is 10 seconds away from being done. He is getting Carapace. And maybe that Carapace was done much earlier on those Links, so it may have been just 3 shots because he had the +1 armor. I was not paying attention to that upgrade. We do have an Observer out for WhiteRa. And WhiteRa is getting Immortals plus a Templar Archives. And that's going to be so good since TLO is going for that Muta tech. I think the Spire has already finished. Or maybe, yeah, it has finished right here. He is getting +1 weapons for them. Still building drones, not getting the Mutas just yet. And he is going to be retaking this one base as his 4th. Going back in the drone count at 65 drones to 70 probes. And TLO now going to be cleaning up this one pylon. The Zealot most likely will be going down as well. TLO has more than enough to kill this without taking a single loss. Will it sneak away? No, it's going to go and try to kill Lings. Doesn't even get a single Ling kill. That is a free Zealot. Going in this loss tab, we do see that, well, oh my god, WhiteRa lost Leet. And, well, you know what that means. WhiteRa has such a big advantage, considering that TLO has lost almost double. The 4 high Templars out for WhiteRa, and he is researching that storm. The Observer does not see the Spire. And, whoa, that is one big misrally, or one very expensive scout. Immortal's not really the best scout, especially when you have an Observer here. Most likely, WhiteRa had that misrallied when he was building those Observers. He does have a Stargate out, which is a little bit odd, and TLO taking bases everywhere. And you can see he was already building gases right here. You can see TLO really just wants gas to get a lot of Mutas out. But WhiteRa almost has Storm, and Storm is the bane of Muta's existence. Of course, one Storm does not kill Mutas. But, however, one Storm puts all the Mutas, like, in the yellow, and then the other one puts them in the orange, and then they can't really fight Stalkers. and the next one puts them in the red, and then they can't move around in groups because the next one just kills them. So while Storm doesn't kill mutas, it does do a lot of damage to the flock, and if you hit them with enough storms, those mutas are no longer scary units at all. They just start falling like flies to the stalkers. Going back to the drone count, TLO at 69 drones. Going this gas income, TLO is actually behind in gas income. About 1,500 to the 2,140. It's a little bit odd. We'll look at that after. Mutas are going to be coming into this third base. And yes, they are. They're going to find this one cannon, start taking this cannon out. And now they're going to get stormed, and oh, they are all in the yellow. Another storm. And actually, don't go in the orange just yet. He is taking out quite a few probes. Blink is done for the Stalkers. They blink to try to deal with these mutas. Stalkers are at 2-0. Mutas at 1-0. And does he, like, not have 3 guys in all his gases? I don't know why WhiteRa was ahead in gas income, to be honest. TLO is clearly mining off of more gases, but... Oh, no, I was looking at minerals. Oh, my God. I am such a sped right there. TLO, yeah, definitely ahead in the gas, 1,000 to 700. And here we go, the muta's going to come behind there, but they got to keep in mind there's plenty of storms. They're going to be targeting those High Templars to go down. They do throw off storms. Those mutas now in the yellow and orange. And the Stalker's going to be cleaning even more up. TLO did kill plenty of High Templars, and that is definitely good. TLO can mass up those mutas very quickly because he's on so many gas. And, well, WhiteRa can build those High Templars, but they have to take time to get that energy. But he already has built 5 more High Templars back here. It looks like TLO will be coming in. And going in this army, TLO does have a much larger army, 121 to 74. And now he's going to be storming in. This one Archon is trying to be made. Will it be made in time? These Templars don't have enough energy to storm, so they just go in Archons as well. This is not looking good for WhiteRa. His Immortals go down so quickly to those Lings. This Archon trying his best, up to 7 kills, 9 kills, but so many Lings do swarm. Those Stalkers are blinking back. TLO on 6 bases to WhiteRa's now 3 bases, as this one base is not going to get the chance to go up. It better get canceled. WhiteRa stacking so many minerals, 2k minerals, 900 gas. He needs to get more gateways out. His mothership, though, now just completing. TLO doesn't have any detection. And WhiteRa, he's going to be getting a lot of Archons and try to toilet TLO, my guess would be. A lot of mutas are going to be coming in. And WhiteRa adding on a lot more warp gates, but these mutas going to target this one cannon, then maybe try to go for those pylons. And now just leave the cannon, does not want to take a single loss as the Stalkers were coming. Keep in mind, they do have Blink, and I think TLO may have seen that mothership. And WhiteRa wants to go and take that 4th base. That is definitely risky as TLO just sitting outside here. The worker count 76 to 75 going this income spread. You can see TLO still mining around 1k gas. He doesn't have his gases up at his 6th base just yet. Stalker's blinking to deal with these mutas. The mutas, in the most part, in good health. They need to be hit by storms if he wants to make TLO scared to use them. There are double observers watching this force just to ensure he gets all the coverage he could possibly want. He does not have observer speed, so they do not keep up with mutas one bit. Stalkers are going to blink underneath those mutas, take out quite a few. It looks like 5 did go down there. And the muta's now going to try to retreat. The Nexus does go down. And it looks like the Stalker's going to blink again, take out some more mutas. TLO, though, does have plenty of Lings and Roaches right here. His Lings are at, what are the upgrades? 1, 2. Those High Temples going to go down just after he gets the storms off on a lot of those Lings. Now the muta's going to be coming in. More Lings coming. There is an Overseer. WhiteRa needs to target. Oh, no, there are 4 Overseers. He does put a Vortex on those mutas. Now everything going to jump in. He should try to pick off the Overseers while they're trying to get in. He doesn't get a single one. More Lings are coming. And now WhiteRa in a little bit of trouble as everything is going to come out. Some Stalkers immediately get surrounded. And those Overseers just giving detection to everything. It looks like WhiteRa will be cleaned up here. It's 186 supply to 111. Be ready for the GG. Even Changelings coming out. A big whooping for WhiteRa, but the mothership does go down. And will he hold on? No, it does not look like it. TLO does have Changelings, and he could put those behind the Stalkers if he wanted to stop them from cycling back where he can blink up here. But he chooses not to do so. He has more than enough to clean up WhiteRa right now. TLO playing such a marvelous game. And there goes the GG. and he will be taking out WhiteRa in that game, and that was much better than the game before. And I'm trying to think if there's anything to watch in that game, any good moment. Let's see when TLO built all those lings. It should be, okay. I know, well, let's check that armor upgrade. When does that armor upgrade finish? And then I will pop over to SE2 gears, and go in. Does that armor upgrade timed it to this? It does not look like that armor upgrade is timed at all to this one attack. He is getting it now, but it's not going to finish in time. And, okay, let's check the lings. We know Warp Gates finishes at 8 minutes. So is that when TLO builds those lings? Yes, it is. So he knows that timing. He knows exactly when. Does he see the gateway morphing in, or does he just know the timing off the top of his head? Here we go. The probe is going to be coming in. And is he going to see that stop? No, he doesn't see the stop researching, but he is producing 16 lings right now. Maybe that's because he sees these 3 zealots, but it's also just in time to come out to try to defend against this zealot push. Doesn't defend against it. He does take the hatch as a loss, but again, he keeps almost all the drones and his queen, so it's not a huge loss there for TLO. And I'm going to be popping over to SC2 gears right now, and I always say to myself before I cast, let's get this SC2 gears ready, but you know what? I never end up doing that, so you have to bear with me. About 30 seconds. We'll pop over to the inject tab, and it's the other one, APM. Those are the best ones. There's some difficulties where I wish I could get better graphs like the game graphs, but I can't because replays don't store that information. If you didn't know, the replays pretty much only do like the actions. It doesn't say whenever a drone mines the minerals. It's just every action. Like, he built a drone. He sent a drone to the mineral patch. That's how the replay stays so freaking small. And, well, it's up to the game engine to do all of that. So it's very hard to see, okay, this is how many minerals the player has mined. That would be the most useful thing to see if the player is stacking minerals when he's injecting. That would be so marvelous to have, but you can't just because, unless you want to make a perfect StarCraft 2 game engine, it's not going to happen. Even Blizzard had trouble making it in Brood War or StarCraft when they first released replays. It was hilarious as you get completely different games as the engine was not consistent one bit. But here we go. We are in Terminus SE. And we can see EAPM 178 for TLO, again around 100 for WhiteRa. We saw that in his last game when he went carriers, and it looks like that is just his average APM. But one thing I just noticed, you have a micro APM, WhiteRa at 41, TLO at 99. That's going to be something I keep an eye out. And redundancy, WhiteRa only has a 22% redundancy. That's just spam, like unneeded. That's fluff. That's them just hitting the same thing over and over maybe. When you hit 4, 5, 6, that is not fluff. Hopefully this doesn't take that as fluff. Spam APM 250, WhiteRa 132. So WhiteRa definitely not the fastest of players, but he's so strategic. And let's see. We saw the APM. We want to go to the injects. Main building control. So at the end of the game, TLO has 13.7 seconds, not too bad, but let's take this one gap out as that looks bad. 10.7, that looks better. Go back over here, like in the early game, this would be like the 10-minute mark of the game, right around here. I know it says 8:30, but it does real life seconds, so 11.4. So it looks like he averages around a 10-second mark on his injects. Not too bad. Again, he does fall in this late game just a tad. But it's overall not bad injecting for TLO. Oh, what else is there? Action distributed. It's not good. Resources spent. This is one you want to overlay. This is minerals and this is gas. You can see TLO up to this point right here at, let's see, 12 minutes. So let's go into 12 minutes map view. Can we do 12 minutes? Yes. This is when TLO started getting all the extra bases, as you do see. eventually, those are up now. And I guess that is saying 12 minutes. We can go back here and you won't see those. So at 12:30, this is when his gas started getting more produced than WhiteRa. You can see it is thanks to his extra bases, of course. But it just kind of reinforces that TLO focusing on getting all these hatches. Let's see, when did those gases go up? Does it say? It doesn't look like it shows you when those gases are built because they're green no matter what. That's something that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Let's see. Yeah, there's really nothing else to see, I don't think. I am trying to look over this, try to get things better with this, but again, without being able to see, like, how many resources a player has and overlay that with the creep inject graph, I'm really at a loss to what to show here. But hopefully you did enjoy that. You can see TLO does have overall more spent, more minerals right here, and then the gas up even. And this is when he goes on the extra base, and that allows him to spend up more gas. And maybe that's what allowed him to win. Who knows? Hopefully you enjoyed the cast. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps so much. I know many of you just use se2cast.com, but those subscriber counts is what really advertisers look at. Even though it's not the best metric, they want to see those high subscriber counts. So if you want to support me, maybe I can get featured by another partner, get better ads on the channel, which will allow me to do more casts, or put a nice banner up above my channel and make my YouTube page pretty. Definitely subscribe. You only need like a Gmail account to my knowledge, so I know you all have that. I want to see, like, I don't know, 20 subscribers tomorrow. I average around 10, so that's not too many more. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Take care. See you next time.